back with this pretend fucking shout from the lips. Prehensible shit, if you ever said. If I said some what the universe said, universal vision. No, in unison, bitch. You would've known type shit. You would've grown like this. If you would ever pretend, your pretend was the reality and then making them blend. Each step that you made, no mistake, and make Mo great. And then that would have been, they sit, they all would have the best of this, that click that ever went type shit. And then y'all could have been were Oxley's dog, because Oxley was getting this complexion back, like from back to life again. You would have figured out and never died type shit. With every die I pick, there used to be an ace I plucked from Pedal's Golf, because then it's good old Saint Nickel talk, this that spittle talk from off of used to have oak, but not, because the whole box never got full of flows that I chose, and y'all froze in time. Like this is where I get my entrance right, and then I would have been said a lot if I like it. I was all that there is. If there's an I in the front, it would have been him. Within that they hum at where they went to collect their thoughts or give forgiveness back from what they did type shit. All of y'all had all to talk, and I asked my song or just asked my bark to say this and bring to tone with that roll like whack and will. With the horse that pull with any rope, it doesn't matter how many insects own, because then I would have set some sick and made into song. Y'all could get in that twilight zone you keep on dome, then I would have had to keep for dough till I could keep some mo, and then drown all these adorable kitties one by one. As they watch in wonderment turns into this after it's pure fright, like what the fuck's going on? See the fog would lift, and then lift your eyes and see it like him for a sec. If I would have said some sick and plugged in the control like Sega Genesis, if only to play with thumbs you got till the car one by one, and then I would have popped like they were tomb in my cemetery, dog. Or then I would have put on my song like it was the topping I want. But that'd have been sick without the ball first, and then see a mark it up, then I could hallmark this talk. When I wanna just put a bunch of caution tape, and there wasn't chalk. If this was chalk, and when the ox would drop, and my hobby was, I wanna get your heads and basket up, that make bread the woven. What her fingers did then stop when she was done. Then I would have been stopped like caught on the side of where they drove, because they haven't decided where to go, or maybe the engine don't want to go anymore. Move my flow, move over bro, because my flow in tone, because in the flow would have got the billboard and road that's huge and large, and it would have been something encrusted with gin for me to spit once again. My sputter was what would have kept the oak when it did. Hop, skip, and jump to this what all the intents is pitchfork, because the pitchfork would get mowed like it was waxed with a wick that was real large. When I would have said some shit, and then the wonderment and full, and then this with the bullets in like they were sharp before he put his last button. That's how it's kept type shit. Do you have any idea type shit? Then I would pause for special effect of remnants in head when I would have said some with residue attention. It would have been all real from the fake, and then all your fools and the puppets with strings that got pulled the way that I won't. See, I pull like a magnet that's large, and y'all pieces of metal like thought. Magneto has got more momentum than y'all ever thought that he could achieve. And one embellishing thing, and then that was a relish, I think, when the relish would get, what would the bun be? Because then the bun be of I with Bumby's mom type stuff. My cup be throw up because then I been throw up with talk and then I throw up with sub. I never remembered I ate in my gut. Would've just ate for $1/2, so I ate $1/2 and then y'all huff. I made sure that it grew moss. But make no mistake, that ain't moss on that stump. When the Martian would saw that I'm just marching with talk that's different than yours, like I'm banging a drum that y'all can't see. Because it resides in the different. Just get through this pull before it fucking close, and then I fucking send some closure for yours. Y'all lay on the coast like I'm charging you, dog. Yes, charge up a Baghdad berries, please, with a bag of these. And I would have been begging for more like the strips, and I'm a dog with a grin on between the show. You would have watched because it would have been an episode, a new installment of This Is What You Should Have Bought type shit. Like I borrowed from the next, and then I borrowed in the hole that was big, cause I'm burning with flows I should have said. And each one takes a place of where the next could have been, and then the next in that shit, like the exes got shit on accident shit. No, it was a tragic event of more of this that I gave life and opened these lids. Then I cross off the X like it was a star if you only draw 8 of them lines of where it would have been. I know this would have been with their loins that were burned, and a witness that she couldn't drive with all of them towelettes. They ripped all at the same time type shit, and then a time capsule for all of y'all, even though only half of y'all would have met. A time capsule, if time were slow, seconds go. Second show in the second row. Second rows pose they place from together. This is applause. I never seen such. For then the scream sucks. It must have been blood, their own. Then bagged that hole, but now it don't. So I'm back with Moline. I throw my back out, bro, so y'all can get in the 42nd row. How I just wanna force for more of this sound. I thought that was sick and it wasn't type shit. And the wasn't on what I said when I did. So maybe I make you said we were sick, but then I retract what I said. Like you had a convertible top on the car on the lot that you drove off, like you paid and you bought, because then I would have been paid a spot for a rose. Stars go slow now, so why don't you slow down? Stars go when the spider attained the 8th step in line with what I say today. It would have been satire for the brain I sat today, because most aside I spin. Then I would have swatted what you kept like it's a melon that I picked. Would have been the tantalizing shit with the whip I make stick. Like you made a mistake in your step. Mishap was this, and then y'all was sick, and sex was dead. And then it makes sense when the side of your head I would get the interest with my words that I picked. Was it the worst on lines that grow? No. Talent for some, you would have said to y'all that made sense in part of your dome, and porn if I did with my flow, and that's the way that flow would have gone. Type shit, the best show that there ever was. I thrust, this was, the sparse below, because then cops were gone, and sparse like spiders be gone type stuff, and it took all me stuff. Or it just takes some, like you ain't seen my old type stuff, because then the semi-truck would inferno, a ball of fire for y'all, and then they would have left y'all flat and low like Terminator 2 on the show you saw. That wasn't a show, why it's a movie, cinematic event, and I'm mad when I said something that caused such a panic, and then like they couldn't stop even when they dreamt. Like that's where the nightmares would kick. I'm a snare drum with this tongue that was forked, and then which way you will go like it's a spot of the road that you chose. Yes, that's what the fuck is up. Boom! TWA.